Queens, what's the TV network y'all gonna be watching?
Pick TV Network.
Woo-hoo.
We've all been hurt. We've all been hurt at some point, even abandoned. Many of us have done the hurting ourselves. We get to the point where we don't trust anyone, nor do we feel worthy of being loved by anyone. Then there's that one person who just doesn't give up on loving you. Their love is unconditional. Their love stays long enough for you to heal. And then they promise to never leave. That's love you can count on. God's love.
Hey everybody, we're here on the Pick TV Network. We have the Legacy Show popping again with the everybody loves Patty. Patty.
Welcome. Thank you, Dr. David, and welcome to the Legacy Show on the Pick TV Network here on Roku channel 1000, coming in across the world. We have all the countries you could imagine, and today we do have a special guest I'm honored to have on, Val, the Voice Johnson, and she is an amazing. She's a public speaker, a podcaster, a producer, and a little bit more than that. So we're going to hear from Val, the Voice Johnson, and we're really, really excited to have her as our special guest tonight on the Legacy Show. Val, welcome, and tell us a little bit more about yourself.
Hey, thanks so much, Patty. Great to be here with you. So happy. You know what? I am a newly transmitted podcaster. When I say transmitted, I just started about 3 years ago in the middle, at the very beginning of the pandemic. And I started a platform called Interludes, and Interludes Extra Talk on Tuesdays, where we highlight people of color in spaces of television, film, and sports. So it's a real honor to be here with you and here on the Pick TV Network. Woohoo, Patty.
Thank you so much. And I know we got to know each other. You're also a host of another live show called the House of Creativity Live, and you do an amazing job. And I'm a big
Thanks.
fan of yours. And I know sometimes we, do a show together. I say the news segment, the good news segment, and we became friends as well. So I'm honored to call you my friend. And with that being said, I want to know what brings you to the Legacy Show today. Who do you want to pay tribute to?
Well, she's in the corner over here. This would be my mom, Rosie Johnson.
Oh, I see her.
That's Mom.
Hi, Mom.
Hi,
Rosie.
Mom. Yeah. So she's the reason why I got started with my podcast, and I started the podcast to honor her. The audio part, at least anyway. So.
Well, you know what? That's inspiring. And I would like to ask you now, what has she done to influence you?
Rosie was very tenacious and strong. and she was a no nonsense woman. Know that song from James Brown, Papa Don't Take No Mess? Well, she was Mama Don't Take No Mess. That's her. And
Nothing to
she
laugh
was
about, but I just see the visual.
she was brilliant when it came to numbers and loyal to a fault. And I was in New York for 18 years, and she would get on my case if she did not hear my morning phone call on my way to work or my evening phone call on my way back home, and then get further mad if I didn't call her when I was at home. She was like, "You're in this big city of Brooklyn, New York. I'm not familiar with New York, and I just, I'm being protective." But I think once she got used to the idea of me being away from her, because I was her only child, she started to visit at least every year to New York. And her last time there was Mother's Day 2018.
What was the favorite part of that visit? Do you have one? I know it must have been all amazing. Is there one that really sticks out?
We used to hit up, Patty, every cheesecake factory in the tri-state area. And I'm talking Connecticut, Jersey, New York, every section. I want to say from that visit, it was how my church loved on her. And I have a nice picture of my mom, and she was in the dead center, and I took it like a selfie. And she said, "Valerie, it's just one me. Everybody's like, oh, Miss Johnson or Mama Rose," and just kind of, giving her all this love. But that I like that she felt loved and welcomed. And the minister that was there at one point, he would fuss at me, and he wouldn't call me by my first name. He'd be like, "Johnson, she has to come and visit. She has to come." And I'm like, "Okay." And then you make sure she gets a house in Long Island and she can move here to New York. He was campaigning for a good 4 or 5 years, Patty.
Well, and that's great. That's really great. And I love the reenactments because I'm such a visual, And I'm thinking when you were saying like Mama Rose, it's funny that so many people called her Mama when she only, had biologically one kid, right? So isn't that a thing? Isn't that really special? So in essence, you have lots of siblings. But that must have been endearing. Did she ever talk about that?
Yeah, she was very family oriented. We had a family reunion every 2 years, and that was her doing. And the family reunion that last one we had was in 2019, but my mother and I weren't there. The plan was there's a wonderful African American Smithsonian Museum that is there in DC, and we had planned this trip for the family, and I had bragged on it. I had gone there a couple of times for work, and I said I cannot wait for her to see these 4 floors of history. She would be so proud to see this. We didn't get a chance to see it because unfortunately she became sick, and during the reunion I was responsible always for the slideshow. So from her bedside, I did the slideshow and sent it to them digitally. And we weren't able to attend our last family reunion because she got sick, and a couple of weeks later she passed on.
Oh, that's heavy on the heart, but so bittersweet that you did the slideshow, like that's just really, really like forever embedded, embedded right there. With that being said, what is she remembered by? And I'm sure she's remembered by a lot of things, but what is the one thing that's always right there on the forefront? Was it her cooking? Was it her humor? And again, I know this is a hard question, but nonetheless, over to you.
Not a hard question. I want to say among family members, and she would get very involved in what you were talking about, but if she was tired, she'd go to sleep on you and then wake up and jump right back into the conversation like nothing had happened. Hilarious. My aunts, her sisters, they used to rag on her all the time. Like, Rosie's going to sleep. but I bet you she'd wake up and jump right back in the conversation, and she would do that. She taught me how to bake. So I am a baker because of my mom. I started baking as early as 7 or 8 years old in combination with the Girl Scouts, and I think it was the 4-H club. But she was like, yes, you make sure that you measure the flour, you measure the sugar, and it was really a good time. So yeah, she's remembered for those things, going to sleep and baking.
And how about her? If she was a baker, did she have a famous such and such, a famous cake, a famous what?
Yeah.
Tell us.
Easy. That's the sour cream pound cake. I still know how to make that. It's delicious.
Ooh.
Sounds
Okay,
yummy.
right?
It is.
Right?
And fattening. That's why I stopped making it.
Michelle, any questions you have for Val? I know she's going to take off to go do her other show because she is a busy podcaster and amazing woman doing a lot of great things in this world. Great interviews. You're just amazing. A writer, an upcoming author, and I'm just so excited for all your great works. Michelle, over to you.
Well, Patty, since you said it, tell us something about your book and what your mom would say right now, seeing your book.
And that question is to me, right, Michelle?
Absolutely, it's to you.
Yeah. She would be proud, but she would be like, why are you letting all the family secrets out? Or why are you talking about me? She's mentioned in the book, and definitely in the first chapter, I wanted to do broadcasting 30 years ago when I got my broadcast journalism degree in undergrad. And she's the one who said, I don't see a lot of women in radio. I don't see people doing DJing like you want to do as a woman. It seems too dudeish. You should probably go off and do something else. So I stayed behind the scenes for a long time, shooting weddings, doing photography, working tech, being a master control operator, a camera woman. I've done all of that stuff. So people were like, yeah, you should come to the forefront. And The Voice, I was named that back in 2021 from a business partner friend of mine who said, there's something about that voice. And so I was starting out with my government name, and now I gave myself a middle name, Val The Voice Johnson.
That is absolutely awesome. Because I don't know if you know, I did radio for many years, and I was the golden voice of radio. So I understand where you're coming from.
Yeah.
And
was it
my mother didn't say that to me, but you know, your mother is really, really fascinating when she talks about journalism and not seeing many women or not hearing many women in journalism, because a lot of people don't remember, like Wendy Williams. She was one of the first female radio announcers. But back in our day too, and I don't know when you got in there, but we were only making $8-9 an hour, and then you would get like $12 or $13 an hour to do studio work. So how did you supplement going through radio? Because radio for me was challenging as far as financially. So how did you do it?
The thing that I did, I pivoted and did a 9 to 5, and then I also taught high school. And I found myself actively doing a 9 to 5 and probably a couple other jobs to kind of supplement the pennies I was making in broadcast. What ended up happening in New York, I ended up starting my business, Pure Lighthouse Media, in 2012. So it's been about 11 years. And a good friend of mine introduced me to the world of freelance and shooting weddings and shooting special events. I took on a couple of corporate clients, and I was able to average anywhere from like 10 to 15 grand a year. And that was supplemental to the secretarial jobs that I had. I had a lot of legal secretary jobs around lower Manhattan, and lower and downtown Brooklyn. It was all that. But yeah, I'm just grateful now I'm able to do what I love full time. So it's always brilliant when you're able to take what God has given you and do it for yourself and for many. So yeah.
Well, that makes a lot of sense. Hey, Patty, I'm going to switch these questions back to you.
I just, I know we're running tight on time. And with that being said, I would like to hear any last words of sentiments. And also, if you want to throw in there anything that might bring a smile to your face regarding what is your mom thinking right now?
She would be wondering where the 9 to 5 job is. She would be in my ear saying you need to at least work for another 10 to 15 years, at least until retirement age. And I would tell her, no. And another thing, she would wonder about, the personal life. That was always a question for her, like, I want a son-in-law, and that never happened during her lifetime. But I'm hopeful and grateful that the my Boaz is out there.
However, you have a lot of friends that are very protective of Val the Voice, so you got to go through a lot of people before you get to Val. I'm just saying, Val, where can we find you? Where can we find you? And give us, last closing remarks.
I will every Tuesday at 9 p.m. Eastern. I do a entertainment podcast called Interludes Extra Presents Talk on Tuesdays. Really excited. Next week, we're going to have an NBA legend and former NBA star Terry Cummins on. And so we're excited about that. And tonight I'll be reviewing the Kurt Franklin A Father's Day documentary. So, yep, that's what I do. And myself and Coach Tony, we have a lot of time, good time, chopping up entertainment and sports. That's Interludes Extra Presents Talk on Tuesdays. And then my audio podcast, Interludes, a Pure Lighthouse production. I have the pleasure of interviewing Mitos for the audio podcast, and she'll be talking about National Hispanic Heritage Month. And so her Mexican heritage and that, so we'll be chit-chatting about that. So I'll be releasing that soon. So I'm very excited about the things that are happening. So you guys can hit me up at my YouTube channel, which is Pure Lighthouse Media, and then also Val the Voice. That is YouTube at Valerie Johnson. That's me.
And also, I hope that viewers could always catch you on replay on all your other socials. So definitely check out Val the Voice, Interludes, Pure Light Media. Otherwise, look for me and I'll direct you to the right place. You're amazing. And again, I thank you so much for joining the Legacy Show and sharing your mama, Rosie, beautiful Rosie. And I feel like I know her already. I'm just saying. But again, thank you so much, Val.
Thank you so much, Patty. Peace and blessings.
Wait, we can't hear you, Dr. David, but welcome back to the Legacy Show on the PIC TV network. Can't hear you.
Another award-winning show, Patty. Another award-winning show. I get so happy. That was a great show with Queen Val on.
That was
And
great.
it was good. It was right to the point. Your questions always are good. She's gonna come back to part 2.
Yeah.
Then we had Anita Baker on. That was crazy. Concert, a little mini concert celebration with Anita Baker was some of the greatest singers in the world. We got to bring Michelle Cox back in. Award-winning show. Everybody's talking about the brand new hit show on PIC TV network. The importance of reading. Michelle, I know you're still there.
Oh, absolutely. The importance and power of reading. We will not have a show tomorrow. We're taking a little hiatus, but we will be back next week on the importance and power of reading. What we do is we interview positive people on their reading journey, both men and women, and they're from different occupations, whether it be they're doctors, lawyers, teachers, business owners, entrepreneurs, and we bring them in and we talk and ask them questions about how reading made them great, why reading is important, and how we can get our kids and our community to read more. If you're interested in being on my show, hey, contact me. I'm Michelle, the computer lady, and I'm the public relations manager here at PIC TV Network. So get in touch with me, and we will do you some justice. And don't forget, got Patty with Legacy, and then we got the Spotlight with Dr. David Evans. You got to get on there if you got a book, you got a product, and don't forget the shopping channel is on. Okay, big Christmas season's coming. Let's do it big. Get on the PIC TV network and watch your audience grow. Dr. David Evans.
I love it. Michelle Cox is being modest in America because she knows she has the #1 show, the hit show out there in the world with so many great people on. And I want to thank you, Michelle, because while we were at the Black Caucus with 10,000 folks, and we're going to show you a little clip of that, Michelle, you was talking to people from all over the world, getting them signed up for the shows on PIC TV Network. I want to thank you. Patty, talk about what this show meant to you today. Tell the world what it meant to you with Queen Val coming on.
Well, it was really special. First of all, she's an amazing woman. She is a way maker. Again, women in podcasting, it's still a pioneer situation, or I've been calling it a situation, because she's been stitching it up. So making a way for women. Again, it's been beautiful to hear about her mom and the legacy of her mom. I love that so much. I want to give another plug in to her Interludes podcast show on the YouTube channel. It's Pure Light Media Productions, and she's really amazing. I'm really happy that she was able to come on. I'm looking forward for her to come on for part 2 so we could dive a little bit deeper. Nonetheless, it was really exciting to hear all the fun shares she had about the memories of her mom and her legacy and how she has influenced her in her career and her, amazing accomplishments. And I also want to just now give a shout out to Project Smiles here on the PIC TV network. Again, we're coming on our holiday season, and this is when we really want to hone in on the people who, aren't so privileged and are really struggling just to make food on the table. So Project Smiles is really all about just paying it forward, giving to the community. And when you give a donation to the PIC TV network, we just take it forward and we give toys, we give food. We've even bought Christmas trees. We do it live. We share with the world what we're doing. And it's just a beautiful community and ecosystem, as you may call it, here on the Legacy show and the PIC TV network. Michelle, over to you. What do you have to say about that?
Well, I love when we have Project Smiles. #1, and just like you, Patty, my goal has been being a philanthropist. And so being in Project Smiles and being able to really make a wonderful imprint on people's lives and an impact in the lives of children, because I understand how it feels to have no Christmas. And I really don't want to see folks with, they can't pay their, just the electric bill or just have some food. And so I was always taught to share with those that are less fortunate with me. My mother was really big on that. And what you're doing with the legacy program is amazing, because as our people go on to glory, we always want to have them remembered. And I can only remember for me what you did for my family and me. And you made this beautiful mug of my mom. And I gave it to one of my sister, one of my brother, one of my other brother. And I even gave one to my niece. And I was like, you know, this was just amazing. And so what you're doing is a heart imprint. It's really love from your heart, and you're doing such great work. And I'm just proud to call you a friend. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I'm getting a little bashful because speaks the lady who has given, like, I don't even know how many books away, promoting literacy. You are like one of the biggest philanthropists I know. I really love you so much. And I guess birds of a feather flock together. That's why we're on PIC TV, business management, doing what we need to do to get things done right. Thank you so much. I really appreciate the flowers, but you're amazing, and you are an inspiration to me. You've been a mentor to me, and I love co-hosting with you on other channels that we've done here on the PIC TV and other platforms as well. And I said, forget about it. When we get together, you better watch out. You better watch out, because we're gonna be like the fireworks. But yeah, it's really nice to be able to pay it forward. It really is. And Project Smiles, like, nothing was better than being on the live show. The birthing of Project Smiles was when there was a guest on, and she was a single mom. And and listen, if you're a single mom with no job, that's understandable too. However, she was a single mom with like a really good job. However, still really having a hard time making ends meet because of inflation. And she had she has a child with disabilities that really requires even more, time and money. And we were able to do Project Smiles live on air. And that was the birth of Project Smiles. And so much goodness has come out of that. And it's been just beautiful to be a part of it, beautiful to witness it. And we were on there together. I think you were the first one I think you're the one that started kicking that off, Michelle. Am I imagining that? Or was it you that kickstarted that?
Shh, don't tell all the secrets. Of course. Of course. But God loves a cheerful giver, but I always like to give anonymously when I can. But I was so happy to kickstart that off with a small donation to help out that family. And God blessed me to do it. And I'm going to continue to do God's work as we work in our purpose. Isn't that right, Patty?
Oh yeah, you got that straight. I mean, and then to see it go even further, because then we got momentum, and it just built off that. Next thing you know, Dr. David's going to locations with toys everywhere. The donations just kept coming in. He was delivering Christmas trees, and it's just been a beautiful thing since then. And again, this is not only heartwarming for the people that are receiving, the idea that the PIC TV network is also a baby company. So for a baby company to be doing this, that says a lot. That says a lot. What could I tell you? I just really thought that was admirable, and I love to be a part of that.
I'm with you there, Patty. It's just so heartwarming and so great. Dr. Evans, what about you?
Yeah, I
What do you
think
like about Project Smiles?
one of the greatest blessings we have is giving. God loves a cheerful giver, as you stated. And this is why the managers on the PIC TV network, we all give back. We're more than just a television network. What we want to do is help people. And this year, We have already found the family. I wanted to tell Patty and Michelle Cox, a young lady who lives in the DMV. Her son was sick from COVID, and he's fighting for his life. And she has about 3 kids. We talked to her this week, and we decided to adopt her family to be a blessing to her during the holidays this year. And that's one of the families that we're going to adopt. And we're helping others through Project Smiles, but we're going to adopt her and give her a gift card. We also then give her some toys for the kids. And if we get enough, we'll give her a little cash app too. This is what we do to put smiles on people's faces. You know, her son is only 16 years old, Patty, and they went to Jamaica over the summer, and he came back and it hit him hard with COVID, and he had some heart problems, and now he's still fighting. We believe in God, he's going to make it through. We believe in God, but that's going to be a load off of her, Michelle, and off of the other kids. And we decided that we have one family we're going to adopt. And let's talk about how Project Smiles blesses people, you know, would put a smile on kids' faces. Can you imagine Patty coming down on Christmas morning and nothing's there? Or your mom saying, we're not going to have anything this Christmas because I can't afford it. I lost my job. You know, we just barely paid the rent. We don't have any food in the icebox. That breaks Michelle Cox's heart and breaks Pix TV Network's hearts. And this is what we're going to do. We're going to help some families throughout the holidays. This is what Project Smiles is about. And we're going to show you a commercial, Patty, award-winning commercial 2 years in a row. We already got the awards. Michelle Cox has 3 awards for the voice of reading, you know. But Patty, what you do is amazing. Helping people during the time of bereavement. When my mom passed away, and just watch this.
Hey everybody, my name is Patricia Frudenberg. Hey everybody, my name is Patricia Frudenberg, also known as Patty. I am the CEO of Miss You Graham and the proud team member of the PIC TV network. I am the New York business manager, also part of the news team.
Hey everybody, this is David Evans from the PIC TV network. I'm coming to my house and I see this box here. The box is on my porch. Let me check it out and see what's going on. So I got this box. So let's see. It's to me, which is good. That's one thing. Well, I like the COVID-19. I like to open my books out, open my gifts outside. Let me take it in my garage and see what is this box coming to my house. Let me see something. So let's go here and see what this is. UPS, yep, that's me. Let's open this thing up. The box came in the mail. This is something Patty did, and I'm telling you, when I opened that box and I saw what she gave me to and my family for this holiday gift was amazing. You know, Patty, that was so awesome to have the mug of my mom with my mom's picture on it, with my mom's name on it. Patty, you just don't know how everybody in my family said, I want one. It was just a gift, Patty, that you did from your heart. Tell everybody what motivated you to do something like that, Patty.
Well, you know, it's funny because when the company I have, it didn't start with the mugs, you know, and some people, because I gave a few hundred away already, which I can't even believe it's been that many, but it actually has been a couple of hundred that I've given as gifts. Besides, people order them as well. One day I was sitting there and, you know, I had my company mug and the other side was blank and the slogan was on there. Everybody wants to be remembered. And it was like that light bulb moment. I'm like, you know, if Miss You Graham is about remembering your loved ones and, you know, the idea of the slogan is that everybody wants to be remembered, I was like, that's the perfect remembrance gift. That's the perfect sympathy gift. That's a perfect memorial gift. And it was the birth of the legacy mug. I'm trying to find now the. I have a poem I wrote on it, which is really funny. But let me see if I can find it. Hold on. Let me see if I could find a legacy. Um, let me see. I'm sorry. It's just like, anyway, it really was it was just birthed that way. Here it goes. Okay. Here's the poem. Thanks for the grace. The Miss You Graham mug and priceless moments, tender love filled with notions, a cup of coffee or perhaps some tea, stir it and hold it, and then you'll see. Holding comfort that's dear to your heart, for memory's sake, you're not far apart. In the finest of spirits, with a photo at hand, keeps the heart warm. Please understand. It's the thoughts and emotions that forever will be. It's the reflection of love and their legacy. So that's the poem. I also like to write poems. If you know me by now, you'll know that I definitely like to write poems, and I'm a creative at heart. However, when I was looking at that blank mug before it became a thing, and I call it the celebrant mug because I want to celebrate life. That's why this show, the Legacy Show, we might be talking about somebody who has transitioned, died, deceased, passed away, however you want to call it, and that could be heavy. We like to remember them in the living. We like to remember them in the glory. We like to remember them in the legacy. And that's what it's all about, keeping those memories alive in our hearts, in our brains, and in our mug. Dr. David, back to you. Or Michelle, what do you have to say about that?
Well, I know how important it is to me because, as you guys know, and for the people that don't know me, I write books for children. And so I dedicated my last book to my mom because she was an amazing Navy wife and mom. And like I told you, you gave that mug with her beautiful photo on it. And so my family has a lifelong legacy to cherish. And that's one of the reasons I love and appreciate all the wonderful work that you do. You keep shining a light for everybody. And that way we remember our ancestors and we keep it going and we keep it growing.
Thank you. And that was a
Patty,
beautiful
back to
picture
you.
because I do remember she was wearing the white suit. I remember that picture. It was really beautiful. I remember your mom too, so happy. Like Dr. David's mom's also like this big smiley face. I remember them. I don't know. What can I tell you?
It was so amazing, Patty. I'm so happy you got the best team in the world. I have a dream team around me with Patty from New York, Michelle Cox from Atlanta, Georgia. We have from Toronto, Canada, Burke and his wife. We have people who've been working with us on the Lady of Wisdom, Mississippi. We have Sheila McGrew, Alabama. We have from Colorado, Melvise, and we have others. We have so many people who are family. We are so tight with our Pick TV Network team. And our anniversary is coming up. Black Friday, awards winning. Let me go over there and get those awards. I've been waiting all year. Patty has a brand new show for the Legacy Show. She has 3. Michelle Cox has 3. That's 6 awards right there. I don't know how many hands you're going to take it to have it. And I want to thank everybody talks about the brand new hot show, which is the importance of reading. Watch this.
Hi, everybody. I'm Michelle, the Computer Lady. I'm the host of The Importance and Power of Reading. You know what's going on in our society, book banning, and over 38 million children don't have books in their homes. Join me for some exciting segments as we talk about the importance and power of reading with my guest, Dr. Naisha Adams, PhD, on the Pick TV Network, Channel 1000.
That was amazing. And that show, Michelle, pop in and tell us a little bit more about who the doctor is, who you brought on.
Well, I had Dr. Lane Rolling on. Then I had Dr. Dinah Farmer. She's better known as Dr. Knows Best. She's an ambassador for Jack and Jill of America. She's an otolaryngologist, and that is an ear, nose, and throat doctor. So she's absolutely amazing. Then I just had on Cynthia Hardy. She's a doctor and she's the CEO of her own company. And what they do is they help businesses run better. She's also an author, she's a bestseller. Moses West, he invented the atmospheric water generation. Oh my God, that machine is amazing. And he's brought this technology to Flint, to Jackson, Mississippi, to Puerto Rico, and he's creating machines right now to take to Hawaii to help with their water crisis because of all the wildfires they had. So I'm really enjoying these segments. We're all learning a lot, but we also have to remember it's really about our children. And that's why I always want to talk to and discover and share the importance and power of reading. Dr. Evans, back to you.
Amazing. And Patty, you know that the number one commercial, that award-winning commercial for the second year in a row, this commercial, Patty, I never seen nothing like it.
Hi, how are you?
It was just so amazing. When you put this together.
Hi, how are you? This is Patty with the PIC TV Network. And I want to ask you a question. Do you believe in miracles? I do. And guess what? So does Project Smiles. We have created so many miracles last year and continue to create miracles as the season comes around with the holidays. We are asking you to please give a gift from the heart, only from the heart, and pay it forward with a miracle. I do want to share a testimony of my miracle. I received a car. I received a car. It was a gift. It was a great gift. It was so well received. And my friend, it wasn't a family member, it was a friend who was so generous that gave it to me. She represents gratitude. She's a person of gratitude, and she reminds me to be grateful. She sees the good in paying it forward, and she also is always giving straight from her heart. So again, I just want to share that miracles happen every day, and you could be a part of that. You could not only be a receiver of a miracle like me, but also be a giver of a miracle as well as me. Here at the PIC TV Network, we're all about love and compassion and helping each other rise up. So again, Project Smiles for the PIC TV Network. Have an amazing day, everybody. God bless.
That commercial, award-winning commercial 2 years in a row. I mean, Patty, when you did that commercial, I didn't think it was going to blow up. My heart just like went so boom, 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 boom. Well,
that was newsworthy. That was newsworthy. But I almost didn't do that. You're the one, when I told you the story on the phone, you were like, you got to tell the world. And I'm like, yeah, you're right. I should talk about it because it is a pretty awesome story. So I like rolled with it. And yeah, I still laugh. I mean, I laugh in like the goodness of it. You know, I always say like, God, it's so funny. But, you know, I'm still so grateful to my friend and the blessings. And again, it just goes right back to the paying it forward, Project Smiles. You know, here we are. It doesn't matter on what level you can give. It's based on your capacity. Somebody gave me who had a capacity to give more than somebody else can. So that's the whole point, is give what you can. Even if it's a good word, it doesn't always have to be money, it doesn't always have to be money. Just be a humane person and pay it forward, either by helping somebody with a deed. Monetary is always nice because you always have to buy food with money, and, pay your bills with money, your lights are with money. Nonetheless, it's just, paying it forward is the point here. And we do it really well with Project Smiles. But that was a great story, and I'm glad that we were able to share it on the PIC TV network. I do want to give a shout out to, I have a book pre-sale on Amazon. It's called Live Your Legacy. It's a short read. It's a 30-minute or less read. It's the foundation of a collection of books that I'll have, and it's a guidebook. And again, it's just, if you are looking to feel better, if you're coping with grief, it's something to keep you in alignment, and, an awareness of, hey, you're not alone. This is normal. It's called Live Your Legacy, a new spin on mourning, because it's about you. It's about you and coping with grief. And again, just a new spin on it. Maybe it helps. If not, you could pay it forward. But the pre-sale for Kindle books is available now and going live October 1st.
I'm excited, Patty. We just had a celebrity pop-up picture pop in, and you got to say, he's coming to the Super Bowl. His name is Usher. Do you see him pop up there? That's our celebrity pop-up TV network. Yeah. Look, man.
Here we go.
Usher. If Usher come on in here.
Maybe be a guest on the Legacy Show. You never know.
Michelle Castellana, Georgia. I know you dance over there, Michelle.
Yes, I am. Right in the background, baby. Getting it
in. Hey, look, Patty, I'm so excited. People who watching right now, Patty and Michelle Cox helped build PIC TV Network. You see these trophies behind me? They're award-winning hosts on PIC TV Network. And Black Friday, they will be getting several of these trophies on Black Friday for award-winning shows. Patty, yours coming early in the mail this year, Patty, and Michelle Cox. You better get ready. They're coming in the mail. They're coming in the mail early, Patty, and Black Friday. Tell everybody how exciting we have our anniversary global celebration. Last year we had one of the good times. What's his name? Michelle, help me out. My mind is going so fast. I'm having a good time. From Good Times, he popped in and gave us
John Amos. Mr. John Amos.
Yeah, he gave us a big promo talking about PIC TV Network. That was beautiful. This year is going to be amazing. Our global celebration will be Black Friday. It's going to be virtual, and our award-winning shows and amazing. So bring all your family Black Friday after you eat that big old meal for Thanksgiving. Patty, what a wonderful time on Black Friday to come together with our anniversary. Tell everybody how good it feels to be a part of the PIC TV Network Global Celebration for our 3rd anniversary.
Well, it's awesome. It's awesome. It's a beautiful team, and we celebrate it. We celebrate it. We come on air. We celebrate it on air, off air. Again, we do Project Smile, so we're keep celebrating in the community. We have special guests. We have special pop-ups. We're just very much embracing the fact that we're still here. We're survivors not only of COVID, but we're, like you said, a baby channel that now has started walking. We were once a baby. We went to crawling. Now we're walking and soon running. But the PIC TV Network has come a long, long way. So many amazing people are ambassadors and mentions, and just really give us great, shout outs. and support most of all. So that's really, really exciting.
Patty, it's Coach Yvette's birthday. It's on tomorrow, so we got to give her some love. She's on the screen. Coach Yvette Evans' birthday. Happy birthday. Let me get Alexa. Alexa, say happy birthday, Stevie Wonder. Her birthday in Patty. We got to do some dancing for Coach Yvette Evans. We got to dance with her. We got to dance with her, Patty. Her birthday. Happy birthday, Coach Yvette Evans. Come on, Patty. Let's have a good time. Patty, come on and dance for Coach Yvette Evans. Yay! It's her birthday, Patty. Yes, did she go right above you, Patty? It's her birthday right there. I know Michelle dancing behind the screen.
Happy birthday, Coach.
It's her birthday, y'all. Coach Yvette Evans. I say she's only 27 years old, Patty. She's only 27 years old. Yeah, so we want to say happy birthday, Coach Yvette. It's your big day. Celebrate. Have a ball. Our love goes out from the Pick TV Network world to my wife for 36 years. And I love her so much. She keeps me in line. She keeps me looking good, y'all, when I come on here. She's some makeup artist, whatever. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Coach Yvette Evans and all the September babies. All the September babies. This is what we do at Pick TV Network. Yeah, so this is what we do. And we're going to have a birthday on Black Friday, too, for our Pick TV Network 3rd anniversary. We already getting everybody together to have a good time. I want to thank everybody for coming on, watching this show. Watch the repeats. Thank you, Coach Val, for coming on, celebrating with us on Pick TV Network. Shows of great reality. Don't forget, look at the repeats on The Importance of Reading with Michelle Cox. You got to look at the repeat and watch it right now on YouTube. You can look at the shows. Give us some likes and shares. We're going to have a YouTube party to get everybody to get all those numbers high as we can. And also for the Legacy Show. This is it, folks. Live from the Big Apple. New York is behind me, folks. And we're going to explode on Black Friday with Patty. Patty, I want to say thank you for being one of the greatest persons we've had on our network, along with, of course, Michelle Cox. Thank you for making our network great. Thank you, Michelle Cox, for making our network great. All those hours you guys put in when we first started. But when we did Hello America, people are looking at us now as we doing you guys doing your shows. But when we first started, you guys were doing so many shows when we first came on here, back to back. And look where we are today. Going on.
You got that right. And that's what makes the Pick TV Network so special. It's a family style network. This is, a network that you don't have to worry that your child is watching. This is a safe environment. It's a beautiful network, and it is new and growing. And this is the exciting part. We're celebrating our 3rd annual. This is a big deal. We already reached, a couple of million viewers. We're on Roku across the world, and we are just so excited to keep on going, spreading the good word, sharing the news. Nobody's stopping us now. So with that being said, we welcome you and we thank you for supporting us. Back to you.
Michelle, I'm going to let you close out. Michelle, let everybody know why they should support the Pick TV Network. Scan that QR code, make a donation. Tell us why. And when you first came on, Michelle Cox, you said 3 years ago, I want to help this network. I'm tired of seeing people killing each other, robbing each other, or stealing from each other. And I want to see something positive on TV. And also, we want to dedicate this anniversary to the family of Tyreek Nichols. And tell everybody in the whole world, Michelle, when we did that show, and I said, we're going to do something on behalf of Tyreek Nichols and his family. and I asked you to come on, and we did it off the cuff, and tell everybody what you said to me, the president, that only if we do it this
Well,
way.
I told you I wouldn't do anything that was negative programming. I also stated that his life was more than just his death, because what we have to look at is he was a good son, a good family man, and he was a giver. He wasn't a taker. He hadn't done anything that warranted that he would be killed. So instead of going to show, what the cops did and everybody else did and all this negative stuff, we needed to have a broadcast that would celebrate the legacy of his life. And for Patty to turn around and then have a legacy show, that was amazing because he did so much good. They couldn't find anything that was wrong with his reputation. They tried to sully him, but they couldn't. And I wanted people to remember him in his goodness, the way his mother remembered him, the way his girlfriend remembered him, the way his children would remember him, and his community. Now, the reason to support PIC TV Network is because we have family-oriented, positive programming. We show excellence in communications. We show excellence in programming. You're not going to get that because everybody's after just the dollar. We are within our integrity as a network, and that's where we're going to stay. I would only join this network, and I told Dr. Evans this, if everything we do in every way could be positive, because we need to uplift our community. You can see violence and all that other stuff on other channels. That's why if you think about even BET, where they used to be a more positive program, they've gotten away from that because they're not even Black owned anymore. They're owned by Sony Viacom. So when you think about these things, that's one of the reasons why I selected that I would come on and I would help this network grow. Black excellence, positive programming, education, and information. This is what you'll find on the PIC TV network. All right, Dr. Evans, back to you.
And one more thing on that note with Dr. David is that we were able to talk about tragic topics and bring it back to enlightenment and grace and goodness. Even when we talked about the shootings, we were able to bring light. We were able to discuss the vaccines and still have a diplomatic discussion without any arguments. And there was people on both sides of that. We were able to talk about, even disasters that happened without just sticking to the tragedy. Even though the tragedy brought the topic, we didn't stay there. We ended on a high note and we brought love and light and what can we do about it conversations to the table. And that's what makes PIC TV so special.
That I concur with 100%. Dr. Evans, the PIC TV network is a shining example of what a network's supposed to be. It is what we need to do. It's how we're supposed to perform. When we're talking about journalistic integrity, that is what we represent as the PIC TV network. But everybody, please know, we can't do this without you. Now, I hate to tell this, but I donate to make sure that we stay on the air. Patty donates to make sure we stay on the air. Dr. Evan gives us to make sure we stay on the air. We are not getting the funding from big corporations, but that's okay because we're going to continue to bring you quality programming. That's what the PIC TV network is about. Patty, back to you.
Yeah, we are self-funded. However, we welcome anybody who wants to donate to Project Smiles, donate to the PIC TV network, or even sponsor and be highlighted, have a commercial, give us a call. You know where to find us. The PicTVNetwork.com. Otherwise, you could go to pattyny.com. It will bring you to the Mystery Graham page. If you go to the Legacy Show, there's a little form there. You could just fill it out with your requests, and I'll get right back to you. Thank you again for joining us here today, and it's been a pleasure, and we'll be back next week. Thank you so much.
Michelle, before we close, Michelle, we have some social media guests on, Patty and Michelle, and I see some names. Michelle, can you welcome our social media guests who's on? And I'm gonna flash them. We'll put the names up there, Michelle, and you just give thanks to our social media guests.
We have Dr. Miguel Rodriguez, PhD, and then we have Aaron Myers, who has joined us. And don't forget, we know Coach Evans is out there watching. Happy birthday, Coach Evans.
And those are our team members. I'm very friendly with Aaron and Miguel because, you know, we're Rotarians. We're part of the United States Presidential Services Center. Thanks for your support, guys. It really is appreciated. They're doing amazing work behind the scenes. Oh boy, they're doing amazing work. It's an honor to work next to them, by them, in the same clubs. Amazing.
This is what it's about.
Thank you.
We have some big people watching us, you know, in the government, social media, and I'm in Washington, D.C., so anytime you guys want to get some steak, you just call me up. And on behalf of Patty, I owe you a steak, you know, so thank you so much for coming in. Pick TV Network is your network. Scan that QR code. Get your phone. Those in America, let's support Pick TV Network. Help us to help the kids and help the families in need. This year, I want to help another family, and it's been in my heart, Patty and Michelle, to help a family who's going through adoption, who adopted a kid, you know, to see that family get some help, who adopted some kids, or trying to struggle to make those kids smile who's been adopted. I'm gonna help an adopted family with Pick TV Network, and we're gonna bring them and let them smile on the network and just be happy to bring somebody some love over the holidays. With Pick TV Network, thank you for your time, everybody. We'll see you next time on You Know What, America's brand new hot streaming network is the Pick TV Network. We're beaming it in from New York with Patty over the Legacy Show and Michelle Cox from the brand new hit show, folks. Everybody loves the Legacy Show and also the importance of reading. So we'll see you next time on You Know Where, the Pick TV Network.
Hi, everybody. I'm Michelle, the Computer Lady. I'm the host of The Importance and Power of Reading. You know what's going on in our society, book banning, and over 38 million children don't have books in their homes. Join me for some exciting segments as we talk about the importance and power of reading with my guest, Dr. Naisha Adams, PhD, on the Pick TV Network, Channel 1000.
Hey, everybody, you made it to another end of the show on the Pick TV Network. We had a wonderful show today. Keep watching the Pick TV Network, your network on Roku. And we are happy to announce our anniversary on Black Friday, and we welcome our global audience to come in and celebrate with us on the Pick TV Network 3rd anniversary, live from Washington, D.C., across the globe on the Pick TV Network. We want to thank you again for your time. Don't forget, we are your network on Pick TV Network. Stay tuned. Right after this, we're going to bring you some highlights of media coverage for Black Caucus. You're going to hear me talk about Patty from New York, and you're going to hear me also talk about Michelle Cox, the importance of reading. On the next segment, we have the coverage waiting for you from the Black Caucus with 10,000 or more people live on Pick TV Network. Stay tuned. We're coming on with that next on the next segment. God bless you until we meet again on your network, the PIC TV Network. Let's go.
Don't ever give up. I don't care how dark it seemed for you. Don't ever give up. Don't ever stop believing. And I know sometimes that's difficult because it seems like, man, it ain't going right at all. I was reading a book T.D. Jakes has out. It's called Hope for Every Moment. It's like one of those, you've seen those daily thought books. It's inspirational thoughts for every day of the year is what it is. My daughters actually gave it to me for my birthday because they've seen me change as a person over the years. I'm not guessing this, they've actually written it to me. And so they really do appreciate the change of me just becoming a better person, you know, because when you become a better person not only for yourself, but a lot of people are affected by you being a better person. Your children are affected, your wife is affected, your co-workers are affected, a lot of your friends are affected, your neighbors get affected. When you become a better person or start to make that change, it affects a lot of people. The biggest benefit of it all will probably be you. I know I benefited the most. There are so many auxiliary benefits of just being a better person. And I've stopped saying trying to be a better person because I just got to go about the business of getting better. Now,
people always ask me what I hate. I don't hate much, but there's one thing that I do hate. The one thing that I do hate is a talker, a person that talks about what they're going to do constantly. I'm about to do this. Hey, man, you know what I'm going to do? Hey, wait till I do. Stop talking. Just do it. Actions speak louder than words, man. Nobody want to hear no hypotheticals all damn day. Take your hypothetical almost could have happened but didn't do